we say knowledge, right? To look with some respect. When you ask questions, a lot of people think it's an implication. Like, I'm trying to ask you questions so I can understand where you're coming from. I'm not trying to imply that anything is wrong with what you're doing, but sometimes it's like, if you subconsciously feel like something's wrong with you doing, then you're going to get defensive. Right. I remember one time, example, I remember I was, made me think about it. I was walking around my neighborhood, I ran into the guy, Divine New Education on My Life, right? And I told him I was on a date. I think somebody was drinking and they offered me a drink, and I said, nah, I'm on a fast right now. And Divine asked me, was that is this the first time I ever fast? And I was like, what? No, God. And then he was like, why you getting all like excited? You could have just said no. So that made me think, why did I get excited? Like, you know what I mean? He didn't imply anything, he just asked a question, you know?
Yeah, communication is an interesting thing, man, and people's understanding comes from, a lot of times it has to do with what they've been through, their cultural background. Yeah. So you could be saying something to somebody,
and they take it
totally different. Like, you trying to make this point, but they take it all the way over there. Like,
I wasn't talking about that.
I wasn't. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I think us as a nation, we could do better in terms of like communicating with each other.
Yeah, I think a part of it though has to be a lot of like the nothingness has to be taken out, the ego and the small discrepancies, and everybody has to get together and think about the bigger picture as a whole, as opposed to like what they try to impose their will on another person, you know. So I think that's a huge act, and just get the work done. Because one thing I see from the time I came here, got knowledge, to now, it was a point where every year I'm seeing less people show up to the events. Even not even just young people, just people within the nation. It's like less people. And then when I navigate different ciphers, the new generations, a lot of them don't even know about this app. Right. So like while we arguing about this and that, it's just like people who don't know nothing at all, we're supposed to be teaching them and making knowledge go on, instead of arguing about who gave you what and who gave it, how you give it up. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's one of those things where just come together and get it done, you know? But I think the simplest thing is just like really to like get it done. Okay, what you gonna do, how we gonna do it. I remember I was reading George Jackson book, and he said something, I think it's something called counterproductive revisionary, something like that. And like people talking about something so much that nothing ever gets done. We keep going over and over and over again that nothing gets done. At one point, then like now we're moving backwards. You know what I'm saying? So it's one of those things where like at some point we have to say, okay, what are we trying to do? Whose role is what? And let's come together. You know?
God, what you just said, God, I think you just like hit. That was like
the nail.
What visionary? Counterproductive visionary?
Revisionary, yeah.
That's what I'm start calling boy kid.
Don't do that.
As soon as you said that, I was like, oh
damn.
What documentary?
No, that's something to look at, because us as a nation, God, we like we're clashing with each other so much, but we're suffering in terms of like you said, our events. Yeah. I mean, we're not. Certain things is not getting done, and the 85%, like the whole 5% versus the Nation of Gods and Earths, or power refinement, power, culture freedom, all those things, God, only we care about that.
But even if you care about those things, I think the main thing is like go teach people how you want to teach. You don't have to come and
right. But what I'm saying is that us as a nation, like the 85 is watching us, like we want to learn, but they not.
That literally happened.
We don't care about that.
I was teaching a young brother, and he was talking about like discrepancies online, and he was like, well, what if I, like, there's people in my neighborhood I want to put on to this, but like with all these discrepancies, it's like if y'all house not clean, why would I come over? Right. However, I told him just this knowledge of self. So focus on yourself first, as opposed. But I also get his perspective as though this is confusing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because if you think like the knowledge of self, I'm like, that's not how it goes. Yeah. What you mean? Like I can't look at myself the way that I want to look at myself. I can't see myself or see the world. Like, it's not how it goes. It goes like this.
I'll say one thing though. I'll say the best thing to do. I've heard Dark Kim say this a few times. Just like mathematics is here and now. So sometimes people get caught up in this person said that. Can you show and prove that without using that person's name, using mathematics right now? Because that's what the mathematics is there for. You know what I mean? Not to just, we have the power degree in the 1 to 14 that talk about using other people's name as a shield. So it's one of those things. Not to say obviously everything that happened before us has a purpose, and we wouldn't be here. This generation wouldn't be here if people previously here didn't do their job. Right. However, it's a borderline between giving praise and worshiping. You know, and once we become people worshipers, then we're kind of bringing in the same mindset that the so-called religious world has. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because I see that, God. Like if you listen to certain older gods, when they build about their experience, like the experience is specific, straight to them. Yeah. Like it's not all across the board. You know what I'm saying? It's like that's your history. Yeah. And a lot of times like because when I came in the room and I said this, the God was like, that's peace. Yeah. Well, you know what I'm saying? Like that was specific. That was then. That was specific to you. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And it doesn't necessarily. I'm not saying it's wrong today. It's just that that's more like that's something for you to learn from and draw that example out of. It's not a like a universal thing.
One thing too, I think is context. I remember one time the guy Ramon Supreme, like people be like Allah said. What was the sentence before he said that, and what was the sentence after that? So if you just regurgitate what somebody says and you don't really have no comprehension of why it was said in that particular day and time, how it related to then and how it relates to now, then you took it on face value. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You lose the whole perspective
of it, the whole point. You know, it goes over your head. So it's one of the things. There's things that I've heard one brother say Allah said. I heard other brothers say Allah said it. And if I didn't have an understanding, it would sound like those things are opposing things. But it makes sense in totality. But in regards to what those particular individuals was dealing with at that time. Yeah. Right. Yeah. But I think the biggest thing, what they said Allah said, like if you want to see me come together,
And that's what we, as a whole, neglect to do, is come together. You know what I'm saying? But that's a lesson for me. You know what I'm saying? As I more and more says it just come together. So now, like with these different events that are happening, so I took like what my brother was saying. Like he was like, "Yo, like just make it happen, right?" Yeah. But, I mean, I could argue with that, but I could also say like, you know what?
Let me just make it happen.
Let me just add on. So I got on the call, and I was like, I made knowledge on. This is how I see it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You know, for me, I could think like, I should know this already. But that's an assumption on my part.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So let me make the knowledge born and say, and it's now the wheels are turning. Like when you like even with like the school, I would come here and be like, this is getting done. Like all these different meetings and committees and whatnot, they adding on, and then it's just not getting done. Right. And I had to call, God, you know about securing the building with your, yeah, I'm come through. I'm gonna do the nod. And he's the one who came through and actually made it happen. You know what I'm saying? So sometimes like, damn, I said, all I had to do was look at my contacts from my phone. I had to just add on. You know what I mean? But see, for me, my thing is the communication, and this is what I do. This is a form of communication. You know what I mean? And trying to make the best of that. You know what I mean? And slowly but surely, I think people are seeing it. You know what I mean?
One of the things I always draw up is like the equality degree in the 1 to 10. How much is for land used daily by total population per Earth? For land used daily by total population per Earth, 29 minutes per mile. So I see they talking about something that's useful. Land is a resource, right? But the highest resource is really our own mental and physical abilities. And the people we come together with to build with. So if we dealing the supreme quality that we're supposed to be, the wisdom that we manifest will be born alive. Things will be getting accomplished. We'll be successful in all of our undertakings. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
so it's one of those things. Sometimes we don't. I realize that just on like not just within the nation, but on a small spectrum. I'll see people like, damn, I need this, I need that. But did you think about this person? If you call this person, like, you know what I mean? It's like it's right in front of your face. And I think some of it also has to do with the mystery God concept too. Like people think about some far off mystery thing. Yo, your brother right there does that. You know what I mean? Right. And even in Elijah Muhammad books, he would build about that in the sense of black people, original people want to start at the top. So like, all right, let's say I got a degree in chemistry. Now I just want to build the top chemistries. But he said once you take a brother from the lowest and teach him and raise him up, you have a brother forever. You know what I mean? And a lot of times it takes longer, but you're going to get the work done and y'all have that bond as opposed to wanting to start at the top and then you don't know what these people's character is and then you may have to be subjected to things that are really not aligned with your principles and morals. And just start with what you got right here, you know?
Right. First things first.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. So it's one
That's
of
well
those,
said.
but
That was well said.
if we keep thinking about what we need to do or what we should do, we're overlooking the things that I think a lot of things I'm even spending time with Infinite Al Jamar. Like even if it's people he didn't like personally, and me and other brothers say we're about to go build with him, he would just say, just take the best part for yourself. If it's about community work and getting stuff done, he was never like, no, don't build that brother. He never. The most he would say is, I don't deal with religious people, but unless that's the most he would say. But other than that, it's like even in that context though, if we get stuff from the community, he'll get with anybody and do stuff with the community. But other than that, he was like. He'll be like, focus on who's here, don't focus on who's not there. Focus on what you do have, don't focus on what you don't have. And then the more you do use what you got to get what you want, then people gonna see that and then add on. Because not everybody sees the vision beforehand. Not everybody has foresight. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things. Some people only have hindsight. So it's one of those things. It's like, oh damn, the guy did say he's gonna work on this. Boom boom. Let me add on now, because you see it moving. You know.
So God, would you say the hard part about getting everyone to come together is just not enough people who are actively trying to make that happen?
No, I think because God, that's a principle that's a part of our nation. You know what I'm saying? Just that, brothers is just for whatever reason. Okay, I don't mess with them. I'll come together with P, but I don't like Supreme Being. You know what I'm saying? Like they got poor knowledge over there.
Right.
I don't even want to go build with them. You know what I'm saying? Or the reverse might be like, the last time God bombed me. You know, say I don't want to get bombed, or there's a whole bunch of different factors in terms of like why people not coming together. But at the end of the day, man, that's really the key. You know what I'm saying? We are our best resource. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know, brothers. It's just. Like my tree is this, or this person, this person taught me, and it winds up, just being a cycle of, not coming together.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Or brothers getting the work done in different aspects, but not making it a total
right.
On a bigger spectrum.
Yeah. Because I think with the Supreme this Region 11 conference, I think brothers, they were on their job. You know what I'm saying? And maybe because for me, I don't like to be on. I don't want to be on Zoom call. Like I'm kind of like burnt out with like all these different calls and stuff like. And I got other things going on in my life, right? Yeah. So I may assume like, okay, well, this information that I have, y'all already have that. Y'all should know that.
Right.
I presented it a certain way to like each one of y'all individual. I thought y'all know. You know what I'm saying? I assume that. So I don't need to get on the call with y'all. So then months pass by. Well, wait. When I call it, what's happening?
Right.
Well, we at this. So you still need this part? Damn. So let me reiterate it. So now it's like now I got on call and now the wheels is turning and whatnot and we'll see what's gonna go. But we're gonna get it done. It's just.
Even with that, it makes me think of like utilizing the earth too, because we keep saying brothers, you know what I mean? But sisters are really good at bringing things together as well, you know what I mean? So when we just put it all, obviously, the way the knowledge, the original man is the foundation. However, the knowledge, wisdom brings the understanding and what together. Right. So it's one of those things. Once again, using all the resources.
And a lot of times we don't use the resources like. Like Mara was saying, she wanted to come. I think I told you, right, that she wanted to come to the school and clean the school.
Oh yeah, you told me. Yeah,
right. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, yeah.
And if you got a time of day, she told me I'm pull up and help.
Right.
I have other people come up and help.
Right. And there's other earths that, but then there's so many activities going on here. It's almost it clashes sometimes. Right. So it's like they don't even have the space to clean up. You know what I'm saying? Like she, for instance, the earth was saying, she wanted to do. On weekends, but the weekends you got your class, you got a lot of short class, and you got a
So if you come early in the morning, like what time of school?
Early morning. Yeah, but then that means like they're gonna do it. Then it's like undone almost immediately.
I mean,
right?
we could do like a deep, because I remember one time I came here and it was really, really clean. And the guy's name, I forgot, but he was like, yo, he usually cleans it up before when he knows a class is the next day. But it was really like, he was like, I'm being very intentional. Yeah. You know, but it can't be all on one individual. But if we do one good, deep clean, and then obviously with anything, Cypher's gonna have to keep getting clean, but at least that big, deep clean where everybody's helping each other out will
Right.
that could be even an initiative. We could make. See, what I'm saying. We could make a flyer for that, post it everywhere. We do an initiative to clean the last school Mecca. We want to add on whatever supplies you could bring. You know, that's literally just make it happen.
God, you know, that's why it's pleased that I'm in tune with you, because now you here at the school, teaching the class. You have just as much say so as everybody else that's here. You know what I'm saying? And we come together and make it happen. You know what I'm saying? And get the sisters that want to add on and whatnot. Like, it's really in our hands. You know what I'm saying? Like you we here now. It's like we the ones who's gonna really take the initiative. You know what I'm saying? Really, like more so because you younger and even wise.
Even with the class, when I was reaching out about the class, and then I went through certain channels, and then I headed to a camera bot. He was just like, "You want to do a class? Show up here on this day." it was right. Don't even wait for the other stuff.
Right. You see, those other brothers, they was preoccupied.
Yeah, he might have been caught up in other things that had their attention, but it was just like, okay, once the guy said, just show up. Same thing I just said. Be this day at this time, and we go from there.
Right.
That's simple, you know.
That's simple. But now you're actually one of the people somebody will come to. Yo, how do I get? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so you done went through the gauntlet a certain way, like, you know, the frustration, and then got your class successfully, and then now you know can help other people. Like when they come, like say, I got a program, I got this and third. How can I? Well, this is who you might want to talk to. You know what I'm saying? Don't go to these people because these people might stall. They might be too busy. Go specifically here. This, you know what I mean? Like,
you must do your own research, as I did.
If Mega did this.